Franz Kafka, Letters to Milena. Dear Frau Milena, just a few words. I'll probably write to you again tomorrow. Today I'm writing just for my own sake, just to have done something for myself, just to dispel a little the impression your letter made on me. Otherwise it would weigh on me day and night. You really are unusual, Frau Milena, living there in Vienna where you have to put up with this and that, and still finding time in between to wonder that other people, for instance myself, aren't doing especially well, and that one night I sleep a little worse than the night before. In this matter, my 3 girlfriends here, 3 sisters, the oldest 5 years old, have a healthier outlook. They want to throw me into the water at every opportunity, whether we're by the river or not, and not because I did something mean to them, far from it. When grown-ups threaten children that way, then of course it's all in play and love, and means something like, now let's go ahead and say the most impossible things, just for fun. But children take everything seriously, and do not recognize impossibility. They can fail 10 times in an attempt to knock something over, and still be convinced that the next try will succeed. They don't even realize that their earlier attempts were unsuccessful. Children become uncanny whenever their words and intentions are furnished with the wisdom of an adult. When such a small 4-year-old girl, still a little baby-bellied, at the same time strong as a bear, who doesn't seem to be there for any other purpose than to be kissed and hugged, attacks and her 2 sisters join in on the right and on the left, and any retreat back is cut off by the railing, and when the friendly father and the soft pretty fat mother, standing by the stroller of her 4th, just smile from afar without wanting to help, then it's practically all over, and it's virtually impossible to describe how one managed to escape at all. Without any apparent reason, these sensible or intuitive children wanted to knock me over, maybe because they considered me superfluous, even though they knew less about me than your letters and my replies. You don't have to be scared by the well-meant of my last letter. It was a time of complete insomnia, by no means the only such time here. I had written down the story, this story I've often thought through in connection with you. But once I was finished, I no longer knew why I had told it, with all the tension spanning my temples right and left. Besides, most of what I wanted to tell you, as I sat outside on the balcony, had not yet crystallized in my mind. And so all I could do was refer to my basic feeling. Even now there isn't much else I can do. You have everything of mine which has appeared except the last book, Country Doctor, a collection of short stories which Wolf will send to you. At least I wrote to him about that a week ago. Nothing is being printed at the moment, nor do I have any idea what might appear later. Whatever you want to do with the books and translations will be fine. It's a pity they aren't worth more to me, so that leaving them in your hands I could really express my trust in you. On the other hand, I am happy to be able to make a small offering, with the few notes you requested on The Stoker. This will serve as a foretaste to that torment of hell which consists in having to review one's entire life with the knowledge that comes of hindsight, where the worst thing is not the confrontation with obvious misdeeds, but with deeds one once considered worthy. Despite all this, writing really is a good thing. I am now calmer than I was 2 hours ago, outside on the balcony with your letter. While I was lying there, a beetle had fallen on its back, 1 step away, and was desperately trying to right itself. I would have gladly helped. It was so easy, so obvious. All that was required was a step and a small shove. But I forgot about it because of your letter. I was just as incapable of getting up. Only a lizard again made me aware of the life around me. Its path led over the beetle, which was already so completely still that I said to myself, this was not an accident, but death throes, the rarely witnessed drama of an animal's natural death. But when the lizard slid off the beetle was righted, although it did lie there a little longer, as if dead, but then ran up the wall of the house as if nothing had happened. Somehow this probably gave me, too, a little courage. I got up, drank some milk, and wrote to you. Franz K.